really awful having these noisy neighbors in hell. I find that if I close the door, it kind of cuts the sound a little bit. But yeah, I'm supposed to record, you know, every day, do a video journal about my time here in hell. So this is my day one in hell. We'll listen to some more. These are just my neighbors. Actually, there's a few torture rooms down the hall, so that's mostly what you're hearing. Kind of monotonous, actually. Funniest thing is, I'm pretty new here, and I have to say that I am already got the notice of a couple demons for my, not just my high-pitched scream, but my exceptionally high-pitched scream. Yeah, they're talking about doing a video that showcases hell, and they're looking for the top 10 screamers. I get to be, well, they don't know this for sure. One of the demons is telling me this. Of course, you know, you can't really trust what a demon says. It could just be doing this to sadistically get my hopes up and just, you know, just to torture me even more when I find out it's not true. But he's saying that I might be one of the top 10 screamers in this video, so I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, so hell, supposed to record it, you know, every single day. So I guess it's for the science. So this is me doing science. First day in hell. Give or take. Days are really long here. It's like a day here is like a decade. Well, you heard those screams. That's kind of how it is. It's kind of one of the first things to go is your ears. Well, you don't have ears, but you know what I'm saying. The spiritual ears, they go because you're so much endless screaming. Here, take a listen. That's terrible. You know, I've been to fitness places that sound a lot like that too, and that really scary voice that's just one of the demons. So yeah, it's just, you know, a lot of torturing. They have torture rooms. The first couple hours of the day is spent in the torture room. You know, that's kind of monotonous. Although I have to say the demons are pretty original. They come up with some creative things. Every now and then, just when you think you've experienced it all, you know, and then there's something new, and that's kind of, anyway. And there's a lot of course, fire and brimstone, lots and lots of burning. You've seen those little hot dogs on those little rolly things, and the hot dog kind of rolls? Just kind of rolls. Well, in hell, it's like that. You kind of get put on a rolly thing. There's a lot of fire shooting between the cracks and stuff. And, you know, they get you to the point where you're black and crispy, and then you kind of roll over. So the part that wasn't black and crispy is now getting black and crispy. And that's when the demons start using their flails. They like those kind of things that you saw in the Passion of the Christ. They take out chunks, you know, with the flails. You don't really feel it. I know it sounds really ghastly, but the stuff that they're taking off is mostly just burned to a crisp anyway, you know. It's like sloughing it off, you know. Yeah, it goes right down to the bone. It's pretty gross, but it heals. That's the thing, it heals. So really, it's not all that different than when you go to another part of the country and you have to acclimatize to like a hotter place. Kind of like that. You know, you get used to the excruciation of the burning and the flailing. And the smells and the icky, nasty, sizzly sound effects. That was the hardest for me, was the sizzly sound effects. But you get used to it, yeah. And then there's a lot of that. There's a lot of burning and sizzly sound effects and flailing and crisping, and the smell is really pretty bad. Smell of the crisping. But I was going to say it's almost. We have screaming contests during the burning. because there's a whole bunch of us all at the same time. In fact, that's probably what you're hearing in when you hear the screaming that I'm. Let's see, my scream. I have mastered the exceedingly shrill scream. I mean, mastered it. This is why they might have me in this video. These guys that you keep hearing, they're not even close to the exceedingly shrill scream that I can do. So we have these contests, and that's a lot of fun. It's actually a lot of fun. The only weird thing about the part that's creepy about hell, I mean really creepy, are when the Christians want to come down. They do. They come down in little tours. And a lot of them are singing, you know, we are one in the Spirit, we are one in the Lord. We are one in the Spirit, we are one in the Lord. And you'll know we are Christians by our love. You know that song? I remember that song. That was a big thing in the 1960s. Big thing. That's what they like. You know, that's one of the songs. So they come down in little tours, and you hear that song. You know, kind of intermixed with the screaming of the damned being tortured. And they come and they press their noses against the glass, and they just get off watching God torture us. You know, they cheer him on, and some of them are even dressed like cheerleaders, and they totally cheer him on and cheer him as he's torturing us. They like to watch. They do that. It's like, I don't know, I guess that's just what holy and righteous and godly, pious people enjoy. That's what they enjoy, is they like to watch their God torture people forever. So that's what they come down every day, almost every day. They come down and they just watch and they laugh and point and, I told you, remember me? I'm the one that told you, yeah, you should listen. Through the glass, they do that. They hold up signs. They make signs and hold them up so we can read them, you know, and they're actually, this activity is encouraged by God because it adds to the torture. You know, it's more of a mental torture to kind of add to the physical torture, which, you know, spices things up. The demons enjoy it too. They enjoy it. So there's some particularly creative Christians that just come up with some really interesting signs. So yeah, aside from I think the tours, you know, if it wasn't for the tour, hell would be tolerable, but that's really that's really weird. It just creeps me out when the Christians come down to enjoy the sights of people suffering and, you know, and having, and you know, I mean, some of it's pretty gory. I wasn't going to get into it, but like limbs ripped off and stuff. I mean, that's a daily event. You have to expect to have your arms or legs ripped off at least once a day. At least once. Skinning alive is another popular one that they like to do. Really, really, you know, slowly. But I have to say that none of this, we do actually have our own rooms. We are all assigned our own personal private, well, it's not private, we get a roommate. We all get a room. It's about the size of a phone booth, right? That's it. In fact, that's where I am right now with my little video, making this video, my little diary. We all get this little room, and it's just, I don't know why they put us in here, but I think it's another kind of torture, honestly, because when I first started living in this room, or being in this room, between torture sessions, they told me that I would like my roommate. They said, oh, he's a gas, you'll love him. And I'm like, great, you know. I have since repeatedly begged and begged and begged the demons, just anything else. Put me in anywhere else. I will be happy. Just please give me a different roommate. Anybody else. And I'm glad he's not here right now, because it's hard enough in hell to be in hell and overhear your roommate saying mean things about you. But oh my God, I just, you know, the smell of burning flesh and rotting, burning flesh is pretty bad. You get used to it though, but by comparison, this guy, I mean, you want to talk, he's here. have to be quiet. He just came in, and this is such a small room. He'll hear me if I don't keep my voice really low. Hi! Fake smile, fake smile. Ooh. Ooh, that's a nasty wound. He's got a nasty wound on his thigh. Oh. That looks like it hurts pretty good. Oh yeah, sword straight through his thigh. Great. I was hoping maybe he wouldn't tonight. You know, just one night. Just one night. We could just nap one night. Oh, no, I'm just making my video recording. They're really potent. I don't know if you could hear, but he is the worst imaginable flatulence ever. And I don't know where it comes from. I really don't. It's like, I mean, we don't eat in hell. So I don't know where it comes from. Yeah. Same old kind of day. Yeah, glad to have this few minutes, you know, in the room. Yeah. See? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Could you turn maybe your butt a little bit over there that way? Thank you. Yeah, better. Such a small room. It doesn't matter which way it turns. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is like, I would take anything. Torture me, rip my legs off. Anything. I mean, they could just give me a gas mask. You know when it smells so bad that you could taste it? And then I have to smile because he's always looking in to see my reaction, like, you know. I almost think that it's like something to do with mental torture, you know. That's what I think. I think it's mental torturing, and it's worse. It's worse than anything else in hell. Everything else. I beg the demons to let me go anywhere else. Anywhere. Oh no. I'm not talking about you. Why would you think that? I'm not talking about you. Don't be silly. I'm just making my recording. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to be polite. It's hard to see. My eyes are turning weird. I wonder if it's time to go get tortured yet. I bet it's time. I think I need to leave and get tortured some more because, you know, I don't want to enjoy spending time with you any more than I need to. So, yeah, it's. So this is what I'm saying. The worst part of hell. Oh God.